This silly baby kitten was playing with the car wheel and got stuck in it. He cried and screamed but could not get out himself. He was crying very loudly. He was so stressed. Rescuers smeared the cat's neck with oil, but it didn't work to push the head back out. So people decided to saw through the wheel. It was quite a dangerous operation. And finally, the kitty was free. The cat was returned safely to his owner. It's so nice to see. Rescuers found this gargany duck struggling in the water. The poor fellow was stuck and wasn't able to move. And then they realized its feet and wings were badly entangled in an abandoned fishing net. The boatman tried to free the bird, but was unsuccessful. And one more failed attempt with stone. Finally, he managed to break the rope with his teeth. Success! Feeling uncomfortable, the bird jumped in the water and found itself entangled back in the rope. Then he tried to release the bird back into the water, but it seems the duck was not able to fly. At the same time, the poor bird was uneasy in the water. Once again, people took the bird into their hands and then placed the baby on the grassland patch. After a few minutes, the duck was back where it belonged. Take care! Hope for Paw's rescue team received a call about a really sad and scared dog. When they arrived, the poor gal looked so scared. The rescuers could hardly catch her. They tried to be extra careful. This poor girl will have a new life. For this new life, she needs a new name, Mackenzie. Rescuers checked her for a chip and then put her on a lucky leash. After a small time to relax, it was time to visit the vet. She needed the human touch and love so much. She was so relaxed in the rescuer's arms. She was prescribed a high dose of love. Now she's in a foster home and is waiting for her forever loving family. Look at this epic rescue. Firefighters led a rescue mission after the ice shattered under a herd of deer. Look at this bouquet of deer antlers sticking out of the ice. Rescuers rushed up to help them. Whoa, that's a really epic mission. They worked until night, and fortunately they were able to save the entire deer family. Nice work! A man passing by noticed something strange on the road. A weasel baby sitting on the roadway calling out for mom. The poor child was squealing and crying. Then the man noticed another one. The second was very angry and swore at the man. The road is too dangerous for these little ones. They will find their mommy in a more safe place. This man noticed a very strange situation. This poor bobcat got trapped in a trap line. So the man started to release the bobcat. The kitty was pretty nervous and angry. It could be dangerous to get closer to him. He put a piece of wood board in front of the cat to prevent his attack. The first time, the big kitty didn't realize he was free. He was still very angry. You're free, buddy. Go back to the wild. A poor baby skunk that had fallen into a 6-foot hole in a graveyard that's been dug for a grave in the cemetery. Rescuers should be extra careful to prevent the skunk from spraying. The funeral was happening soon. The rescuers had 2 hours to get there and get the skunk out. The baby skunk just got away from its mommy and fell into the gravesite. Rescue workers were going to try and get him out, so time was of the essence. But the young fellow was a little skittish and jumpy. It was quite difficult. The hope was that the skunk wouldn't spray, but he was very nervous and angry. Finally, he was free. He's gonna be a happy fellow when he hopefully reunites with his mom. The mission went about as good as it possibly could have gone. The fox was stuck in the frame of a home that was being built. The fox was found resting in an unfinished basement. The crew called firefighters for help. They were looking for the best and safest way for them and the fox. They didn't want to cause any additional harm to the fox. Finally, the fox was successfully caught. Then, the animal was released. Firefighters were so happy that the fox was okay, and none of their firefighters were hurt. What a good story. One woman called in a rescue team to tell them about an abandoned and stressed out dog. The angry and scared dog was growling and barking, but she turned out to be very nice after some snacks. It was like a game for her. They named her Bella, such a beautiful name for this princess. She's so happy not to be stray anymore. This blogger noticed a baby red-winged blackbird falling into the water in the pond. He was sitting right on a stick down there and he actually couldn't make his way out from the pond. You can hear Mom and Dad freaking out right now.
See if you can get him onto the stick, bro.
Yep, I'm gonna try.
There was no time to waste, so the guys knew they had to jump right in and get the adorable little baby to safety. They should grab the poor bird gently and bring him back onto dry land. There he can dry off and then get back up into the trees. There's our little fledgling. He's not old enough that he has all of his feathers that he's gonna need to be able to fly successfully. This guy should be sitting in the nest being fed by Mom and Dad until he grows up. Mom and Dad are going pretty nuts, and rescuers are gonna get him back into the environment. The kind people were able to get this guy safe and back onto dry land. And thankfully, the baby appears to be in very good health. His feet seem to have no damage. He will grow up to be just as pretty as Mom and Dad. Your parents are coming for you. Gates Wildlife Rescue Team was called out to rescue 11 raccoons from a closed-in porch of a home. Once inside, the raccoons made their way through a broken window leading into the front porch of the home. One by one, the raccoons must have followed each other into the porch area.
Open the door. There you go. There's one.
The front door to the porch was closed, leaving this group of raccoons stuck for the night. The next day, the construction workers were surprised to find 11 raccoons huddled in the front room. Joel the rescuer was able to use his catch pole to carefully persuade each raccoon one by one back outdoors. Soon, the entire team of raccoons was successfully rescued. That's so good! A curious baby skunk fell into the flower pot and was stuck there. Rescuers tipped the flower pot over to free the baby. It was dangerous. The skunk could have sprayed at any time. So the skunk was free and seems like he didn't spray. That's what we call a success. These stories are so cute and heartwarming. It's so nice to see when a beautiful creature turns out to be in safety after getting into trouble. What was your favorite story? Share in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See ya!